Welcome, welcome everyone. Nice to have you on this call, this wonderful leadership call, and
Yeah.
so excited to have all of you here. This
Hey,
is a big day for me because I have not had an owner of a company ever get on with my team like this. And I've built hundreds of thousands of teams around the world and globe, and to have his time is so appreciated. So all of you really, this is a big mark for me too. So for all of you, I'm going to turn it over to Gerry because we want to get this party started as soon as possible. But again, thank you. I saw,
Me first. Yes.
I'm, see, we were all running to get this call done. Between Gerry and I, we're like, okay, he gave us the script and I totally messed it up. So it's okay to mess up sometimes. So I'm going to turn it to you, Muzaffar.
No problem. So listen, everyone, we first of all, we're excited everyone's here and we're gonna get started very, very quickly because Isaac's got a window. And I want you to understand something. For us, this is really, really important. And this, like Sherry said, this marks kind of history for this team right here. It's my 30th year in the industry. And like Sherry said, this doesn't happen too often. But Gerry, before I introduce Isaac, what I would love, if you could let Isaac know a little bit about some of the folks that are here. If you can kind of give him an idea, majority of these folks, and this is being recorded. So your leaders that are sleeping right now in Asia, will also have this opportunity as well, which is, exciting. But I mean, we've got Andre on from Asia, Gerry. He just doesn't sleep. So, but it's exciting. But if you could let Isaac know who they are, I'm going to turn it to you, and then I'll introduce Isaac, and then we'll go into we'll do kind of like a fun interview. I've got some great questions of what we all wanted to know. And so I think it'll be great for this great leadership group to know as well. So Gerry, over to you, my friend.
again, thank you so much, Isaac, for being here. We really appreciate it. I know as the company's starting to explode, how you handle all this momentum that we can see happening is beyond me. But you're doing a great job. This is probably the third or fourth time you've been with us, and so I'm really grateful. Our team are very unique in that most of them are either authors already, or speakers, or trainers. And I'm going to kick myself for doing this, but I just want to show you a couple of them. So this is Grace. She's the author of Wonder Woman. This is Tracy. She is unstoppable. This is Charlotte, who you'll meet later. She's on fire in Dallas. Anna Dow, who is not feeling so well. She's not on camera today, but wrote Bent Not Broken. Then we even have this book, Hot Chicks, Hot Sex. I've published all these books. I could tell you about Josevi's books. She's got several, and that's why I'm saying it's a little bit bad for me to show some, but not all. But our team, many of them are authors and speakers already, and so what I'm confident about is the ability for us to duplicate the leadership of this, because I put out a little a little video this morning saying, hey, we're going to need speakers with this right away. And like almost everybody said, count me in. And there's Patricia there too, by the way, Josevi's mom. She is another on fire woman and just a superstar group. So what we expect to do now that I've learned a little bit in 2 weeks, I like most Sherry and Muzaffar, haven't slept much. I'm learning this, and I've committed today that we're going to reduce the requirement for Muzaffar and Sherry, because there's so much talent in this group for taking this thing to the moon, and you're going to see that the dedication that these two, Muzaffar and Sherry, have is going to be reciprocated by me and by the rest of the team. So, Muzaffar, I am so thrilled, and I mean this sincerely. This is not smoke and mirrors, guys. I am very grateful for both you and Sherry and Isaac and the team. I did a quick I did a quick search today on what does it take to if I was looking for an ideal CEO, what would it have? And every one of those things: integrity, character, financial acumen, ability to deal with conflict. I mean, all those things. I'm looking forward to learning more from you, Isaac, because I know that you don't get good when everything is always perfect. You've been through the war, I'm sure, and it's all of us who've been battle worn have learned a lot, and so we're here to learn from you, and we're grateful, seriously, for the what you've built here. I mean, the team in Asia, it's 3 a.m. there now. I mean, they're chomping at the bit, man. They're asking me, "Can we go? Can we go?" Just hang on, hang on. So Muzaffar and and Sherry are meeting right after this call to sort of talk about the next step. And we're going to the moon. I'm telling you. And we couldn't do it with all these people. So you're going to see, Isaac, the level of commitment and skill that's here. It's unbelievable. So, over to you.
Actually, before Muzaffar says something, just that opening, Gerry, got me excited. I'm ready to go to work. I think I'm not going to waste anybody's time today. Let me go and do something for you, because you get me all worked up. So thank you for that. Thank you.
I'm excited for you guys to meet this upcoming weekend, Isaac, in Atlanta. Atlanta is going to be historical. So Isaac, obviously, Sherry. She is like a second mom to me, my mentor, someone that's impacted my life, and because of her, obviously, we are attracting people like Gerry Robert. And as you can hear by listening to Gerry speak, Isaac, he's spoken all over the world, as you know. Incredible individual, but this is who he always is. Isaac, we've done calls with Gerry Robert at 2-3 a.m. He's the most excited guy on the Zoom, and he's always this way. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And when you get a chance to meet Giuseppe and her husband Ben, absolutely incredible. By the way, Julie and her husband David are driving through Atlanta on their way to Florida, and they're contemplating making a stop for a day. Sorry, David, maybe I'm springing it on you, and but we would love for them to be there for the whole weekend. But even if we get them for a day, we get a thumbs up, man, amazing. Natasha is someone that we've been texting. She's friends with Unstoppable Tracy, who you'll meet. Andre just got started in Asia. Dr. Grace, he told you about. Caroline and Frank recently got started. Absolutely. They were sharp, Isaac, when we did a Zoom. They were asking amazing questions. Patricia, Sherry has been bragging about her, which is Giuseppe's mom. I can't wait to spend more time with her. Shistov is in Poland, Isaac, and he's already done a launch. Incredible individual. Saprit is in the UK. From India, she's got another launch being set up for her India connections. Erica's in Australia. Sherry and her husband have fallen in love with everybody here, but they had an Australian conversation, which sounds weird because it's English. But since Sherry's husband's Australian, they started talking about stuff. Sherry was like, it's awesome. iPhone, I don't know who it is, so you got to change your name. Sharon, we got a chance to meet, which was fantastic. Anna, you're going to love. She's not feeling well. Pamela recently got on a Zoom in Asia, and she's like, I'm ready. And, Jasmine is somebody that's also a friend of Gerry. So there's a lot of talent. And this is not everybody yet, which is incredible. But Isaac, for all of you guys that are here, this is our CEO. For me, I've been with him for 10 years now. For me, I have met many CEOs around the world, from interviewing them, working with them. And what I was looking for in 2015 was somebody that had 4 things, similar to what Gerry was talking about. But I needed these 4 things for me to give my heart and soul. And that was somebody that had integrity, honesty, character, and heart. If you've ever wanted a business partner, I talk to people, most people go, I want somebody that's honest. And I go, okay, so if you have a business partner that's honest and they tell you they're a thief, they're honest, but they're still a thief. So it has to be more than honesty for me. There has to be integrity. There has to be character. And your character is who you are when no one is looking. And then there has to be heart. There has to be heart. And that's what I found with Isaac. And every day, every week, every month, every year that I've gotten to know Isaac, when you peel a layer of the onion, People say the further you go, the worse it is. For Isaac, the further I went, the better and better it got. He's been unbelievable to my family, to my life, and I'm so grateful for you, Isaac. I wouldn't be here without you, brother, and thank you for always taking time out. Listen, I'll tell you right now, Isaac looked at me and said, hey, look, this is a leadership meeting. That means that you're telling me, Muzaffar, that this is a group of people that will be black diamonds in our company. I said, it's a leadership meeting. Isaac, these are focus driven. They've made a decision that they're going to finish what they started type of people. And he's made the commitment. And Isaac, I would love if you would share with everybody just a quick opening. And then I've got questions for you, my friend. I know we have a hard stop and I will always respect your time, but thank you for being here. We're so excited about this partnership between these incredible individuals and you and your partners. And I'm honored to be somewhere in the middle. So Izhak Ben Shabat, I will turn it over to you, my friend.
Yeah, I'll make it quick, and I'm here to answer your questions, obviously. But first of all, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Just hearing Gerry describe who's on the call today and what they represent, it's a very humbling experience, and we don't take it lightly. I take it with a lot of grace and respect. In fact, before this call, I was praying. I was doing my little prayer and asking God that I'm not going to fail in my words in order to say the right and true things to the people that have the potential of changing not only my life, also many people around the world. And that's how I treat this call, and I'm very excited about it. Sherry said that she's happy that I'm giving her the time, and it never happened before, to be honest. When you look at Muzaffar and Sherry and Gerry that I got to know lately, Gerry and I'm so inspired. But these are legends, each one of them in their field. Obviously Muzaffar is my co-founder of this company, my partner, my brother, my family friend, my family. Him and his family became part of our life, and he introduced me to Sherry that was in his life way before I came into the play. And he was always describing her as this guardian angel that he has, and now she's guarding over me and our community too, and I'm so happy for that and learning from her every day. And when I met Gerry just a few weeks ago, and I understood that he's serious about it with the excitement and the ability to really articulate what's unique about what we do, I knew that we're up for a very, very special journey. So I'm available for you, Gerry, for your team, whenever you need me. I'm doing it with not only as serving this community, also because I know that the people that you bring to our life has the potential to make an impact on millions of people around the world, and I'm all about it. So yes, Muzaffar, lead the way. Tell me what what information you want me to share with this amazing group of people, and I'm here for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Isaac, and thank you for the kind words. I'll start with this, Isaac. You built a traditional business before network marketing, 900 stores in 40 countries, 3 billion in revenue. Why network marketing, Isaac? Two questions, and they'll be back to back, so you can go through it. One will be why network marketing, and why you see Viago being extremely successful, and the reason you chose to go the Viago route of network marketing versus other products or other situations. So those would be the first two questions.
Sure. So there is a lot of information that I would share on a very robust question like why network marketing. I'll try to make it brief. For those of you that don't know the history of my family and our business, I would encourage you maybe to watch one of our podcasts or videos so you can be more familiar with that. And I'm not saying it to try to show off with what we achieved. I want you to know that the beginning of our community, and I call it community, and you're going to hear it more in my conversation, is a miracle, nothing less than that. People came over here, they saved my family out of literally being homeless in Houston, Texas. They came from the other side of the world. They helped us, and we took an oath after that experience that we will never forget where we came from. And to the point that my family, myself, we took an oath to serve this community for the rest of our life. But serving is not just being grateful and cooking and doing all the things that we do on a weekly basis. It means also making sure that the community has the tools, the vision, and the vehicle that can take them through this very unique, I would say, environment and society that we are all experiencing and living through, which is something that humankind never seen before. The magnitude, the technology, the changes, the impact on our life. So we started with retail stores, like Muzaffar said, and already in 2009, when L'Oreal, the largest personal care company in the world, decided to manufacture a product which they never done before, we knew that we were destined to do something bigger. When somebody believe in you on that level, a company like L'Oreal, which maybe you don't know, but the woman that founded it when she was alive, not a long time ago, she was the wealthiest woman in the history, actually, which is mind-blowing. But they decided to manufacture our products, and at that point, we knew that we have to do something bigger. It was 2009, and outside of the financial crisis that was happening at the time, all of the e-commerce platforms that start gaining momentum, platforms like Amazon, that was redefining consumption and retail and all of that good stuff, were already creating impact on the retail industry. So we have 900 stores, we're mainstream business, and we start seeing all of these people because 90% of our business was in shopping centers. That's the center, the nerve center of the retail environment before that revolution happened. So we start seeing the collapse of traditional retail in the way that people would just come, maybe get inspired what they want to buy, but they will consume it directly from all these e-commerce platforms. So that was not even a vision. It was a necessity. It was a reality. So we had to move from brick and mortar to an e-commerce digital age and deliver our products direct to consumer. It's a no-brainer. But what we also seen, and that was part of my own research about where the social economy that we are part of now is going, what I understood is that as society, we're moving into an economy when it's driven by the people and by their influence. So all of the mainstream media became obsolete, and now we see that. And the influence is creating by the people based on the content and the trust that they create with their followers. So just going e-commerce was not enough. We understood that we have to adopt a mechanism, a system that will compensate our customers that now are influencers, because an influencer is anybody that influences somebody else to take an action. It doesn't have to be thousands of followers. It can be only a few followers that decide to take an action because of the content you deliver to them. They need to be compensated, and they need to share the wealth of that unique business model. So it wasn't about network marketing. In fact, I had negative thoughts about it. When somebody would tell me MLM or network marketing, I wouldn't even shake their hand. Perception, I didn't even know what it means and why there is this whole pyramid scheme and there is one on the top and all the rest below. I heard it all. It wasn't really appealing to me from a concept. Now I understand that obviously better. Back then, what I was looking for is a structure that will allow my community that I devoted my life to, that I swore to protect, to have the tools to really share the wealth when they promote the products and services that we have for them. It was very clear to me that this is what we need to do. So network marketing happened to develop an algorithm that for hundreds of years was fine-tuned. So think about it, what network marketing has done. They just found a mechanical algorithm a financial algorithm that allow people based on their influence and the activity that they do to get compensated. But it wasn't one formula. Every year, this formula would advance. But the formula is not only telling people how they get compensated, it's also driving behavior. Because if I tell you do this and get that, guess what? You're going to do it. And if I teach you to do the right activity with integrity, with the culture that our community is driven, and you get compensated for that, now we're creating culture through a financial behavior, which is huge. So I said, you know what? Regardless of what network marketing was, I'm going to adopt this algorithm, and it's a DNA, and I'm going to tweak it to make sure that we fit it to our culture and our values. And the last part that made me say this is it for us is the understanding that our community that was very small, only 2,000 members at that point, can grow and expand and duplicate this culture through this unique structure. And from just a group of Israelis and friends and family that work together to build something significant, now we can take a community element that we believe in and allow other people to join. Because at the end, it's not that you're joining a community that's a hierarchy. I'm a member exactly like each and every one of you. I'm part of Viago because I want to be with a group of people that I can have fun with, I can trust, that they got my back and I got theirs. We all want members in this community, regardless if you're a big leader or if you're a CEO or whatever it is. But that was exciting to me, and the growth, the ability to really give tools to our members to empower them, teach them leadership skills, relationship, how to be able to influence and do it right and impact people. For me, it was a full-on package that I didn't even know exists. So we decided to change our business model. We shut down all of our locations, and we basically moved on to this new era that now we're implementing. And that's what it is. For 25 years, we built our business, and the business is only the vehicle for our community. So if you look at our mission statement, it's not talking about how big the business is going to be or what products we're going to deliver. The mission statement is building the largest, healthiest, wealthiest community of people that are like-minded, that willing to participate not only in consuming or earning income, also building something that is significant.
Thank you, brother. And so why Viago? Why this route? Like membership?
Yeah.
What do you see with membership? And maybe you can touch on this as well. So why Viago? Why the membership route? And also, what do you see as the future of this membership? Because this is phase one. We've got phase two, phase three, phase four coming. I mean, you plan things ahead, which is amazing. And we talk about it, but brand new people never really get a chance to be in our board meeting.
Yeah, so why Viago? We are 25 years of building this community now. And you have to remember that we started with health and wellness product. It was skincare at the beginning and the health of the skin, and then it's evolved to nutrition and the philosophy we have behind nutrition, which I'm more than happy to explain in a different call. And what we've seen and experienced through that, and again, the commitment was to build a vehicle for the community, right? Just to make sure that we're all clear. What we realize is that creating a health and wellness community, the culture and the concept became stronger than the products, because people need to be part of a support system in order to create a real change in their life. That's how powerful it was. It's like knowing what you have to do in order to gain muscles, or what you have to do, what you have to eat or avoid in order to be healthy. But without a support system, just the knowledge itself doesn't make any sense. So being part of this support system, the community, was the number one point that people saw. Say, I want to be part of the community so I can have the support system and grow and become part of it. And parallel to understanding that and realizing it since early ages, we start seeing the growth of membership programs around the world. It's not a secret, but if you look at the top 100 companies globally, nothing to do with any segment, this or the other, 80% of these companies adopted some type of a membership program. And why? Why is that? Why Apple, that is one of the largest companies in the world, if not the largest, decided to launch a membership program. Why? Well, you have the Netflix of the world, the Costco, and on, Amazon, obviously. Why there is membership program? It's not their main stream of business, is because they know that people now wants to be connected and associated to something. Somebody will join a membership for the feeling it gives them to be part of this membership. It's more emotional than anything else. And if they use the product, great. If they don't, most of them don't even cancel. But these companies that understood it, the top companies in the world, they don't have what we have. What they don't have is a community. They have a feeling of being part of a vision of another company that I am not part of, or building, or participating outside of buying their products. What we have is a community of people that get engaged. Think about being an Amazon member. Okay, you get some benefits, only free shipping, which is great. But do you get to associate yourself with some of the other Amazon members? Do you even know who they are? Do you go on trips with them? Do you get to share knowledge and get empowered with them, to sit with them together, to help each other, to be responsible for one another? It doesn't exist, but still, it's one of the largest membership program on the planet. So what we understood is that basically through membership and the community that we have, then we can really create an impact. And we start asking ourselves the question, what a membership is going to look like in our community. And then after, I would say, obviously 25 years of experience, but 3 years now was offered that we're building that concept. We designed what is the program that we would like to join from the front perspective. Show me the program. I'm getting excited about it. Great. What will keep me in this program is the culture, because once I see the program, I'm excited. I'm going to join. You're going to see many people say yes. But what is more important is get them connected to the community, which then give them the benefit of being part of something big. The culture will make them stick and make them stay. So the Viago program is not only 25 years of our experience, it's a combined 150 years of programs like that around the world, leadership, understanding how to build culture through that. And what we did, we built a program that we want to be part of. You get to join a community. You get to come with this community a few times a year into events like we're doing this weekend. We get to grow together, learn from each other. Just that by itself, I would join. But this is given. And you give this community access to a wealth of knowledge. You allow this community to travel together, which is huge. Not only travel together, which just by itself is exciting and programmatically, right? But also save money on this travel, give them tools and access to major savings of other travel parts and components, to merchants around the world that want our business. You ask yourself what the community can do and why is it important. You go to a Nike store and you want to buy these Nike shoes that you like, and you're not going to go to the salesperson or the manager of the store and say, hey, I'm going to give you 20% less. You start negotiating with them. That's a price. That's what you do. When you have 400,000 members and you go to corporate and say, guys, we would like to have our community 20% off of any of these Nike shoes in these platforms, the answer immediately is yes. I want you to know that any of these savings and the relationship that we build through Viago do not create revenue stream for our company. We only, and you get paid on the membership fees, which then give the corporate the ability to have resources to go and negotiate for you, and the consumption of products that come with it. All the rest, we transfer the savings as is to our members. So what our members get, to join a community that they love and appreciate, to have somebody out there that negotiate for them on a daily basis and create this relationship, and basically be able to go and promote it. And once you're part of it, you get access to all of the other things that we did, all the way from the health and wellness products to the training, the inspiration, in which I'm really excited about it, Gerry, because I know that with what you have done and your abilities to give us more layers of knowledge and inspiration and training, it will just make this community one of the, if you ask me, if we can have testimonials on the stage, not only on how much money people made by being part of it, on how they changed their life, their relationship, their kids, their legacy. These are the moments that will make me, at least me, feel like it was worth living life for.
Amazing. And the last question I'll ask you before you have to leave, because we don't guarantee income, and I will never put you or us or the company in a situation of making promises financially or anything of that sort. However, we know that if we have 100,000 members that are on the membership on a monthly basis, 250,000 members, Isaac, 500,000 members. Number one, where do you see our community growing numbers wise? Netflix has 279 million members. I say that if we're at 10%, that's 27 million members. I'm happy. But what do you see, Isaac, as far as members? And what does that mean in terms of what you see as far as how many Black diamonds this community may have or may help grow or develop? Not that we're promising anyone here will be a Black diamond, but knowing that if we're doing certain amount of memberships, that means there's going to be certain amount of Black diamonds in our community. And you've weighed out this and you've seen it. Obviously, we all have to work. And if we don't work, we don't receive any financial compensation. I'm just talking about attached to those numbers of memberships. What do you see for our future?
Absolutely. So, that's a great question. Because one of the inspiration for us to really create our community and change was the fact that what if, thinking about it from a vision perspective, what if you're involved in a community that created an opportunity that was never seen before in humankind history? And that's obviously, I need big words, but let me quantify it for you. I took Apple, for example, an Apple that was created by human beings like me and you. There is no God intervene over there. And if at the point that I was looking at it, I looked at their financials and they had in their bank account enough money that if they give it equally to all of their employees, which was, I think at the time, over 20,000, they would have 20,000 millionaires. Just that thought that something like this is doable was mind-blowing. I was shocked. I said, they can really change history if they say we made 20,000 people millionaires because they made us who we are, right? So powerful. Did they do it? No. Will they do it? Probably not, but it's doable, right? So the understanding that if you take your company and you share the wealth with its members, with half of it goes to its members, then you talk about true wealth that can be created by that. Now, you're going out there and you are the ambassadors of this community and you get people to join and enjoy all of these benefits. And it can go and grow more viral than any of these companies if we do it right, which we have no intentions to fail on that. And you're part of doing it right process, right? So I can tell you my personal goal is in the next 3 years to have 1,000 six-figure earners, and that will grow from this activity. And 100 of them will be seven-figure earners, and that's my goal in order to achieve the ultimate goal of 5 years from now to have 1,000 millionaires in a community that became millionaires because of the activity that they've done around building a true community with the cultures and the integrity attached to it. Now, these are big goals. Are they hard to achieve? Absolutely. But we're willing to fight for that and go to war to make sure that we create as many families that will be impacted, their life will be impacted because of that. But I think it's achievable. I think we are looking into something that is worth fighting for.
Isaac, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I really, really appreciate you more than I can explain. I'm excited to see you in Atlanta this weekend.
Me too. Me too.
It seems like you and I meet in other states and other countries sometimes more than we do when we live 45 minutes away from each other. But I love you and your family. Thank you very, very much. And And we're excited to see you this weekend.
I love you too, Muzaffar, and I appreciate what you do for Sherry, for our community. You know, Sherry is texting me sometimes late at night. We are texting each other, and she's sharing with me how amazing you are and what you're doing for her and for Gerry now. And just to see servant leadership like yourself in the community is amazing. I can't wait to see you, but I can tell you that I'm the most excited about giving Sherry a big hug when I see her because she's in my life on a daily basis, whether we talk or not, because of what she represents. So thank you, Sherry, and thank you, Gerry, for trusting us enough to bring these amazing people into our life. I'm sure that each and every one of you has the same capacity and ability to impact one another and people around. I can't wait to get to know you better so I can be inspired by that as well and help as much as I can. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'm looking forward to build this community with you together.
Well,
Thank you, Isaac.
you've helped us tremendously, and I just want to say, I know you got to go. Thanks so much, man. We really all appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
if everyone here could stay on for just a couple minutes, Isaac, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you.
Team, let's quickly just reflect on something. This is my 30th year in this industry, and to have Isaac come out and say his goal is to create 1,000 millionaires in the next 5 years. Let's stop and think about that for 1 second. 1 second and 1 second only. I don't know what else all of you have in your life business-wise. I'm not asking you to stop your life. I'm not asking you to put away everything else that you have going on. What I am saying is, in 5 years, there will be 1,000 millionaires inside of Viago. I have zero doubt there'll be 1,000 millionaires inside of Viago. What the names will be attached to those millionaires is what I don't know. That's what I don't know. What I can tell you is I have multiple teams in this company, in my business, and I'm so grateful. I have a sales organization in every country inside of Viago right now. I have not done a call like this one where Isaac has said those numbers on any other leadership call that I have done with him. Number one. Number two, I really want you to think about this factor right here. And this is going to come from us doing some work together, right? When you look at this being you and I, and you guys have seen me draw this a few times. Some of you are newer, so this may only be the second time you're seeing this. But when you look at rank, and you look at income, and you look at how this works, 5, 5, 10, 10, 25, 25, 50, 50, 100, 100, 250, 250, 500, 500, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 5,000, 5,000. Now, I want you to understand that if there's 1,000, this means that when you look at the incomes, and I'm using US dollars, and this is everybody maintaining the membership at 99, this is $50, and this is monthly. This is not including the other ways we earn an income. This jumps to 200 a month, 500 a month, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 36,000, and 85,000. So I want you to really understand, and obviously this is a bronze, this is a silver, this is a gold, this is a sapphire, this is an emerald, this is a diamond, this is a blue diamond, purple, red diamond, purple diamond, and black diamond. So remember what he said, 1,000. So for somebody to be a black diamond, right, which is 10,000, okay? So if you just do this, it looks like this. And if there is 10 millionaires, 100 millionaires, and 1,000 millionaires, that means that minimum we'll have 10 million members. Minimum. And I want you to understand something, that the process of this is people will make a list, people will invite, people will present, and people will close and follow up in their businesses. What you have to realize is for this to happen, people will say yes, people will say no, people will be excited, people will quit, people will be happy, people will be mad, people will be glad, people will be sad. These are all things that are going to happen in order for this to grow. There's no any ways about it. I just want you to understand. You will have people go through all of this in your business. The way that I see this happening for you, the way that I see you being a part of the 1,000 millionaires, because everyone wants to make over $1 million a year, whether they work or not residually, 85,000 a month. Everyone wants it, but wanting it and doing the work and finishing this business is not something that everybody will do. Some people, when their closest friend says no, they'll quit. When a family member says no, they'll quit. When somebody on the internet writes an article because we're growing so big and they went on a vacation, and what they didn't do is they didn't check that their passport was expiring in a month, and the country they were going to requires that you have 6 months or more of validation on your passport, they're going to blame Viago that their vacation failed. And people are going to quit because of that. I'm talking very candidly with all of you because I believe the talent is on this Zoom and on this team. If you're watching this recording, I believe the talent is here, but I can't make the talent make the decision to finish. I can't make the talent make the decision to do the work. I can't make the talent make the decision to make the sacrifices that are going to be needed. What's a sacrifice? A sacrifice is coming to training when you have a lot of stuff happening in your life. Sacrifice is being on a presentation when you have to move things around. Sacrifice is when people are betting against you. You make it happen. There's so much that can make this happen. I've done $1 million a year, 2 million a year and more in this industry. And I'm not as smart as all of you are. You've written books. You've done things that I don't do. I haven't done. What I have done is I have presented this business more than anyone on this Zoom for the last 30 years. I'll put up my presentations, my numbers of how many times I've presented against most people in this industry, because what I did is I got the PowerPoint and I memorized it. I'm telling you my secrets. I learned the words to this song. All of you know the words to your favorite song, and it will never make you $85,000 a month. No matter how many times you go to karaoke, no matter how good you dance singing the song, it will not make you this money. Patricia, I heard you're extremely talented, and I can't wait to meet you. But there's not a karaoke night that any of us are going to go do that's going to pay us this residually for the rest of our life. It's not going to happen. So why not learn the words to this song, to the presentation? We need all of you doing presentations. Patricia, I can't wait to see you do a presentation. Supreet, I can't wait for you to do a presentation, right? Caroline and Frank, I can't wait to spend more time with you guys. We haven't had that time, so hopefully we can set up that time soon. Pamela, Andre, I can't wait. I can't wait to spend more time with you guys and meet you guys. And I know you're not feeling well. I'm excited for you to feel better. Erica, I've heard so many great things about you. Julie, we've had a good conversation. David, we haven't had a chance to talk yet, and I'm looking forward to that. Josephi, you know how I feel about you and Ben. Like, I'm so excited to see you guys in Atlanta. Natasha, you and Unstoppable Tracy will be unstoppable. I know it. Like, I know it. Shistov, I know what we're going to do in Poland, in Europe, and everywhere. Dr. Grace, oh my God, are you kidding me? The people you've brought already are just spectacular. And hearing you do an introduction, I'm blown away. Sharon, we got that one conversation, but we need to have more. I know Corey's on here, and I'm excited to meet Corey and find out. There's so many of you. Jasmine, Gerry said nothing but great things about you. I cannot wait for us to spend more time together. And there's a lot. Like I'm telling you, there's a lot that are waiting. But here's what I'm going to ask of you. Today, at some point, take time to decide for yourself if being part of this 1,000 is important to you. And if it's not, it's okay. I would love to help you go purple diamond, red diamond, blue diamond. If you want to stop at diamond, I will be your biggest fan and help you get an extra 5,000 a month into your family's household. I promise you, it doesn't have to be the big numbers. If only one of you, Gerry Robert, says that this is for me, this right here, which I know he is. And Josephi's like, well, it's not only him because I've already made the decision. I get it. But I mean, listen, there's a lady named Lillian that I know will be watching this recording that for a fact has already made this decision. I know Gerry's partner, Casey, has already made this decision. I don't know what your decision is, but once you make that decision, then don't let anything come in your way. Don't let any hiccup, when you make the decision to finish, that means that no matter what obstacles come, that's all they are, is obstacles. Mm-hmm. That's all they are. When people make a decision to start, you never know when they're going to quit. When they make a decision to finish, they never quit. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I really believe in who's here. And I hope, and this is my hope, I hope that one day, all of you, whether you're listening to this live or watching this recording, and I hope you understand this, I hope one day all of you believe in you the way that me, Sherry, and Gerry do. I really do. Because the difference is I've met someone just like you that has earned over $1 million a year in this industry, and they didn't have the membership product that we do. They didn't have the compensation plan we do. They didn't have the CEO we do. And they did not have the leadership and training we do that you now have. It's yours. What you do with it is up to you. I'm asking you to go for it. Gosh, I'm asking you to give it your all and finish this one. Just this one. Just finish this one. All I'm asking, because I give you my word, and I can vouch for Gerry and Sherry, because when I say mine, I mean ours, but I give you my word, we will help you win. We will. And I'm so excited for what we're going to do in the next 5 years and beyond that I don't sleep as much, because I'm like a little kid waiting for the next Zoom with you and your people. Like this evening, we have one with Josephi and Ben. I can't wait. Like I'm a little kid excited, like looking at the clock going, why is the clock moving so slow? Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're waiting for something, it seems like the clock moves slow, and I can't wait. And we've got so much to do. And for those of you that can make it to Atlanta, I know it's short notice, get there. Like just get there. Just make the sacrifice and get there. And Sherry, I always love having you say the last words, because no matter what I say, you say something that just adds magic. And I don't know how you do it. I think God gave you a superpower. You and my mom are alike and different, but still alike. And I believe both moms that God has put into my life have this magic touch. And Sherry, I love you and I appreciate you. And I'd love for you to just give your final thoughts to this incredible team.
Wow. And I don't just say wow that much, but wow, it's just beyond words right now. Muzaffar, you say I have the right words, but right now I'm a little overwhelmed, because this opportunity, because I've been in this industry for almost 40 years, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've built massive organizations in my career to have the owner of the company either run out of money or get really greedy and change the compensation plan or change the product. And everything I built just fell like, just crumbles. And for all of you on here, the one thing I have to say, I have never met, I have chills even talking about him because this is how much I just hold him in high esteem because everything he says, he comes from his heart. But when he says the word community, he means it. And that's why it's not like we're like forcing you to come to Atlanta. We want you to have that experience because if I wouldn't have had that experience, I wouldn't be here, which means all of you wouldn't have been here because I wouldn't have been able to get Gerry, my dear friend, to be here, who got all of you to be here. So, and this is going to be one of the most fastest growing teams in Viago. And guess what? Izhak knows it. He feels it. He is he has said that you get a large enough group, we will get him on one of your calls. That's worth working for. And I'll tell you right now, the person I'm really impressed with is Andre, because we just got off a call with him at 6 o'clock this morning, and he had the most people on the call, and it's like 3 or 4 in the morning his time. He's serious. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people that, if you're serious, we want to work with you. And Gerry has just made a commitment to teach and train and work with Muzaffar on getting the presentation down and work with all of you so you can be professional presenters. You can be professionals in this industry because there's a big difference between pros and just people who come in to have fun. We want to have fun, but we also want to make a large income. I'm going for that black diamond. I hope you are too. And Gerry, I think you need to close up this call because these are your people, and we are so honored to have you leading the charge. And just like, I love that Izhak gets you. Like he wants you on that stage because he knows what you will do to this community because we've seen it. And I've paid for you to come and speak at my events because you are a master. And we're so excited to have you part of us.
I'm telling you, this is taking on a bigger and bigger place in my head and my heart. I mean, it's almost like awe-inspiring. I never get emotional. Man, I wrote this book. My first book, Conquering Life's Obstacles, and I could sit on air. See that? And I had hair back then. And in that book, I talked about 4 success blockers. The relationships, the operation, how you run the business, I can't even remember what they all are, but the directional, so directional, and then the other one is relational, and then motivational success blockers. And I'm listening to Muzaffar talk and Izhak and you, and I just think some of you may not know this, but Josefi and Anna have seen me sell people $250,000 contract to help them become speakers. And one of the things that we do is we just dig into deconstructing what I do naturally. I'm not sure if you're all aware, but Michael Jordan, because he did 50 million of these shots when everybody, like Muzaffar doing these presentations, sometimes with 3 people in it, 1 people, he just does it. And you would think every time he does it, it was like his first time he's doing it. And so my skill is in deconstructing what winners like him do. And I don't know if you're aware of what he even did today, like him talking slowly when we're talking to somebody in a country that their language, even if there's one person on the meeting who doesn't really grasp. And so here's what I told them this, and we're going to meet Muzaffar and Gerry right now after this meeting's done to plan the next phase. And I'm committing to taking every bit of knowledge I have, and I don't know much about many things. I'm telling you, just ask Josefi, she'll tell you. I don't know much about many things, but this thing I know about how to present, speak, and make an impact to influence somebody's life. And my commitment is I'm taking every stop out of the way. I called them in this book, I called them success blockers. I'm going to get rid of all those. And this morning I asked the team who wants to be speakers, because I suspect that that's what they're going to talk to me about, is how do we get everybody doing this? Because it's getting to be crazy now, and we haven't even started. We haven't even started yet. So thank you for being here. And, you know, for me, we talk, a saying that they have is, if you end up liking what we love, you know, consider doing this. And I'm saying that spot in my life, in my heart, in my business, in my head, is growing the things that I love. And the more I'm here, the more I'm in love. Now, I'm not a group hug kind of guy. Just ask Anna and Josephi. I'm not a group hug kind of guy, but I'm getting close to it with this group, I'm telling you, and we haven't even started yet. So thank you for being here. And those of you who are watching on the replay, I know that half of you are in different parts of the world, and it's crazy, but we'll have more of these types of meetings, and just get ready. I mean, I think what Muzaffar said about, you know, some will, some won't. So what? I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. There'll always be haters. There'll always be sad people. There'll always be people who win, who fail. I'm just not going to be one of them. I'm moving forward. So thank you guys for doing this. I know Muzaffar, he came here today because you and Sherry, I wouldn't say twisted his arm. You wouldn't need to do that, but it was because of you, and I'm very grateful. So, folks, I'm looking forward to the next step, the next phase. I think we've just started, and yeah, as Josephi puts there, we're going to the moon, rocket booster. So thank you all for being here very much, and let's just make this thing happen. I couldn't be happier with all of this, the way it's taken off. So God bless you. See you. And you haven't even talked. You haven't even heard from Frank Sunius yet. I mean, this guy. I mean, all of you. I look at Patricia. I look at all you guys and the stories that you guys have, and the ability to speak and train. And Frank, if you took an operation and you cut him, you would just see a heart that's about that big inside his chest. I mean, and when he gets up to speak, nobody moves, and you haven't even heard him say one word yet. Just wait. Just wait. All right, guys, I got to keep going, or I'm gonna explode. God bless you all. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.